trying to keep on time. Been pretty good the last few weeks.
We have.
We're only a couple minutes late.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I won't speak for you, but I worked kind of hard yesterday, and I actually set my alarm for earlier, and then I turned it off and went, oh, and went back to bed.
so you get to see us actually pour coffee this morning.
The very beginning. We normally get, what, about a cup and a half each?
Yeah.
Out of that, it's a 32-ounce French press. And, yeah, get it out. Let me move for you to get it.
Did not bring shit. Stuff to eat. I don't have any breakfast either. Oh,
Did you make it?
well, it's nothing to make, but I just had some trail mix. But whatever.
Well, that's weird. I thought I moved 3 burritos yesterday. Okay.
Where'd you move them to? Because they're not in the refrigerator.
Oh. Huh.
Some folks are on.
Well, I mean, I can talk for a minute if you want to go get some nuts or something.
No, but talk. That's what we're
Okay.
here for.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We are the Sail Bums. If you're not familiar with us, we live on our 37-foot sailboat. Her name is Molly Nogger, and I'm Allie, and this is Galen. And we're originally from Maine, and we're live both on Facebook and on YouTube every Sunday morning at 11 o'clock within a few minutes, because we are sailors and musicians, so you can only count on us just so much. So good morning, everybody. I see there are a few people on with comments. Galen's getting to that.
Valerie.
Hi, Val. Which Val? Oh, Valerie.
Valerie Beers.
If it's Valerie, it's Valerie Beers.
That sexy pour.
Yes, and we're both wearing more clothes than we've had a few warm days. We're in
Today's not
Wrightsville.
one of them.
We're in Wrightsville, North Carolina, and this time of year is very up and down. Like we had 2 days last week that were like 78 degrees. It was absolutely beautiful. You could have been out here in a bathing suit. People were. And then we've had some days in the last couple of weeks that didn't get much above 50. And the nights were much colder. So it was like, it's very up and down. So we're kind of in that middle place today. I think it was 60 degrees when we started bringing stuff out. So long sleeve shirt, actual pants, but it's okay. We're right on the verge of the sun beating on us. So like, I don't have shoes on because I figured it's going to get warmer here. And I'm in the midst of a whole bunch of wood projects. I am down to all the wood on the starboard side of the boat is done, so I shouldn't have to do anything to it for somewhere between 3 and 6 months. And then it's just a maintenance coat of stuff, pretty easy. Let me just finish this thought. And then on the port side, I washed the wood yesterday in the tow for the tow rail, and I'm putting on the finish today. Go ahead.
All right. Bill and Val are on. They say good morning, and Mike and Sharon are on their way to the marina. They say.
Oh, cool. So Bill and Val probably have us up on their phones or on their big screen. They're one of the people that sometimes put us up on their TV in their living room. And Mike and Sharon are probably, like, hey, we're watching you, we're driving. They do the big screen when they're at their RV too. Put it up on their TV. Not that we're that excited.
So we still have no idea what's going on, what's happening. So that's that. Wish we had an update for you about where we're going. We're going to leave here in some fashion.
Yeah. Well,
in some boat or vehicle, and go to Florida.
Yes.
That's really all we know. How that happens
and
is
for how long?
Filling up with more options, which is good. There's nothing wrong with options.
No.
But there's some little crazy things have been kind of batted around recently that are going to be interesting if that comes around.
I'm not sure what the crazy is, so you'll have to fill me in later.
Oh, well, we were talking about last night.
Oh, I don't think that's crazy. That's just
For us, though, it's a
well,
little
it's different.
nuts.
It's definitely a diversion.
Nothing they've seen on this channel before.
I think we could talk about it, but just not name names.
No,
No,
let's.
let's not. Okay.
Yeah, let's wait until that gets a little closer.
All right. Yes. So there's a yeah, we've got some options. Most likely we will be traveling to Florida by land or by sea in December because we do have gigs down there toward the end of the year. We have family that we wanted to see for Christmas. And I have plans to fly out of Orlando the end of December to go up and see family in Maine and help out with some stuff. So we kind of need to be down there in one fashion or another, but it may not be taking Molly down. So we're kind of in a wait and see pattern because it's like those TV hospital shows where they do those big shows where we're gonna do this big you're going to give a kidney to this person and this person's going to give a this to that person, and the chain has to all be in place for all these people to survive. I mean, it's not really that dire, but it's kind of like that. It's like this has to happen for that to happen, and if that was going to happen, then this has to happen.
You watch
and
way too much Grey's Anatomy. Holy
do.
shit.
I bet a bunch of you know what I'm talking about though. Yeah, and if any of those one things doesn't happen, it changes the whole plan. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does. I was talking to Bill. I was messaging with Bill Davis earlier this week, and he's like, "You guys have been in limbo a long time," and I'm like, "I know, Bill. I can't change it."
Yeah.
Just-
that
is what it is.
that song "Stuck Again." That's literally
Oh.
what this is about.
Oh, well, if we are going to be stuck somewhere, this is a wonderful place to be stuck.
Oh yeah. Also, Isla Mujeres isn't a bad place to be
It's not a bad
stuck.
place to be stuck at all.
But no, but you get stuck these places, and it's just. And people always use the excuse, "Well, I need this part, I need that part." It's like, yeah, but this is more to it than that.
Yeah.
Just, the universe has you in limbo.
Yep. Many reasons to stay where you are, and we're very, very lucky that we're not rushed like we have been at certain points to get out of a marina, or whether it was not having the money or the space was needed or whatever the situation. It's nice to have the safety net that we have right now of we can be in limbo, and that's okay.
Oh yeah, but it's positive limbo too. It's not like we can't leave because we don't have any options. It's like
Right.
we can't leave because we have too many options right now. We need to see how things play out,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
So we're very grateful for our friends here in North Carolina who make that happen.
Mike says he's gonna play that song today.
Oh, cool.
We were walking by the clubhouse the other day, and like Justin comes running. He goes, "I got you guys in the speaker in here. I'm jamming all your songs from YouTube." He was going back and listening to all, like not the recorded. He was listening to the recorded songs, but he was listening to like every
Oh, like all the
song we put out there.
all of the like one-offs that I've pulled out of live shows, where it's like we're playing the song live, but it's just that song on YouTube. He was watching all of those, and
Yeah,
he's like
the
that
stuff
one.
we did on the boat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the ones we pre-recorded on the boat. Pre-recorded isn't really a thing. Yeah, and then when he comes out, and if you guys know, he's like, that thing about sticking your thing in the ocean. I love that song.
You stick your prick in the ocean. I'm like, okay.
He had walked by. So Justin works here at the marina, and he's just one of our favorite people. He had walked by the day that we were singing up in the clubhouse, and we were setting up and doing a sound check. And he didn't stay for the show, but he heard me singing while he was walking by and lingered for a little bit. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, you have such an amazing voice." He's like, "But I haven't heard Galen." And then he's like, "I finally heard Galen on the performance. He's good too."
Joe's on. Cousin Joe.
We are still dealing with the remnants of COVID, if you can't tell.
Oh my God. It just won't stop for me.
It's like,
I was
yeah.
exhausted yesterday. I couldn't even forget. And it's been like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, you slept a lot yesterday. And
I didn't though.
it just
No.
looked like you were sleeping?
I took a nap. I probably slept maybe a half an hour out of all that.
Oh, wow.
But I just couldn't. I just did a bunch of like, insurance stuff and that, and then I eventually said, screw it, I'm gonna try to fall asleep, and so tired, but I just couldn't fall asleep.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But I'll make up for that today though.
Sleeping?
Yeah, sleeping. That's the topic, yeah.
Yeah, no, and he's been coughing wicked badly too. Just especially at night, you lie down and it's just endless. And I just have these spurts of like I'm all froggy and I can't clear my throat, and I have mild asthma that's aggravated by me being sick. So all of a sudden I'll start wheezing, which is funny because Galen can't hear me wheeze and not cough, or even talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not good. All right. Dean Beers is on his phone.
Ooh, thank you for the differentiation, Dean.
Well, there's a big difference between being in the big screen in the screen house and being on his phone.
I'm guessing you guys
What?
are at the point where you're spending less time in the screen house.
And that diesel heater can only go so far.
That's right. Lucy's got a working one.
We do too. Thankfully,
I know.
we need it. We'll need it tonight, I think.
Yep, this is the time of year where Mainers really want to go use things like screen houses and porches and stuff, and they're like, they have like a couple hours here and there where it's like, oh, it's like 60 degrees in this space right now for the next hour, and then it's gonna get colder again. They've had snow at least you guys have had snow at least a couple times now, haven't you?
He says it's cold.
Yeah. I'm coming up in January.
Magic chocolate. Maybe, yeah, that's what I should do. I can lean into the gummies.
I don't think we have any right now.
Definitely have some right now.
We do.
Yeah. I think yeah. Let's see where we got them from. We got them.
Yeah.
Recent trip to Maine.
Oh, I didn't know you brought those back.
Yeah, I brought those back.
Oh.
They're not doing any good sitting up in Maine.
No, you're right. And in Maine, you can buy more legally.
Yeah.
Yes.
I chose to commit a felony by dragging them across state
Well,
state lines.
at least you put that out on YouTube.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh.
All the things I could get busted for. That's minor.
Yeah. I do have these.
Actually, that's probably the worst thing I can get busted for. I don't really do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm pathetically straight.
My mom turned us on to these hemp gummies that you can get right off Amazon though, and those do actually help with sleep. And they're not straight CBD and they're not THC. They're like from another part of the plant, but it actually does. Whenever I eat 3 of them before I go to bed, I do sleep more deeply. And I don't want to rely on it, but every once in a while, if I've had like a couple nights and I'm not sleeping well at all, I'll eat like 3 of those non-THC gummies, and they really do make a difference.
Yeah, they kind of, yeah. I'm not ready to say it's not a placebo effect, but
Could be.
it's like you need to tell me what's in them. It's like, well, it doesn't have CBD. It's like, well, what? So I can come on and chew on a rope and get the same
Yeah.
effect. What's in it?
Well, so the CBD and the THC come from refining processes, and supposedly this is more like from the whole plant. So you're getting some of those properties, but not refined in that way. That's how it was explained to me. I don't know, man. All I know is I took them and I slept better, and that was what they were for.
That's true. That's yeah. As long as it keeps working, I'm fine with it. We're good.
Yep. We don't actually normally keep things that are gummy consistency. Like I used to take, back when we lived on land, I used to take like good probiotics as a regular part of my health, maintenance. And I had to stop taking them because we'd have them on the boat and it would be so hot they would all just melt
Yeah,
together.
you can throw it all in the refrigerator.
Yeah, so you really can't keep gummies. Even it has not been super warm here since we came back from Maine, really. But even that little bottle of hemp gummies, it's like I have to take a knife and like dig a couple out because they've started to melt together.
Well, they have that problem anyway because they don't put like there's no like confectionery sugar or something that
No.
they put on regular gummies to make them not stick. So that has that problem anywhere in Maine or wherever you are. But,
Yeah, but on a boat when
Well,
we're in Florida, forget it.
well, you definitely don't want, friggin' 30, 50 milligram gummies sit there all melt together and you're like, how big is it? Sure, I can just take 10 because I'm a lightweight. What?
This looks like about the right
I'm gonna
size.
chop off this much, but it's round now. It's not flat. So what? It's like, yeah, you don't want to be doing that. I mean, it's not gonna. It's just gonna make your day a little more interesting. It won't kill you or anything. But
Oh, is that the bald eagle again, or is that? Wait, no, that's a seagull. There was a bald eagle flying around yesterday, and interestingly enough, I stumbled upon a story of a guy who had a. Hey guys,
hey,
how are you doing? You coming aboard or?
Nah, we're gonna go have breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Everybody say hi to Mike and Sharon.
We're photo
Hey,
buying.
guys.
oh, I should have had you
Photo
pick me up.
bomb.
Should have had you pick me up a sandwich.
Oh,
We just went to Beach Bagel. We would have.
Shoot,
next time.
next
Yes.
time.
Next time.
I usually have them. I just ran out today.
So you guys are working on Christmas decorations?
No, we're gonna take the boat out.
Time to move her over to the.
Time to move. her.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right. Not until after we're done though, because we're going to take video of you at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. We're gonna. We got some friends coming, so about,
cool.
about noon.
Awesome.
Yeah, we
Okay.
go
Yeah,
then.
we'll be there to help with lines if you need it, and if nothing else, I'll stand there and take some nice pictures and stuff.
Okay,
Cool.
good.
All right.
Hey, in fact, what we're gonna do is, that'll work. Cause I was gonna say go up to Sunset Deck and take some of us as we go by there too.
Yeah, sure. I can do that. So this weekend is the big Wrightsville Flotilla, and we've been hearing about this for 3 years and how amazing an event it is, and it's a whole thing. They have like a big party on Friday night first, then it's like $55 a ticket, and there's bands and food and everything, and then Saturday there's a park within walking distance of here, and they just they do like a whole bunch of street vendors and food trucks and artisans, and so all day long will be that going on. And then at 6 o'clock, they do the flotilla. So there are, I don't know how many boats, a lot of boats. I've heard it was hundreds certain years, but whatever. And they go up around, and everybody watches them, and they're all lit up and gorgeous. And it's getting dark at 5 o'clock here right now. So yeah. It's 6 o'clock.
Oh, we should do it live.
Yeah, we should do it live. Why not?
Yeah.
There have been several years in the past that Mike, who you guys have met several times, has been in the flotilla and decorated his boat and done that. And as a matter of fact, he made national news about, 6 years ago? Excuse me. When he decorated his boat so that when he went by the judges area, which is where Sharon was, all of a sudden he hit a switch and it said, "Marry me, Sharon." And he proposed to her and she said yes, and it actually made national news and was even seen over in California and other places. It was picked up by the AP. And so it's very near and dear to their hearts. They always do it. And they are taking their boat, which is right across from us on the docks, Miss Dot D, and they're taking it around to the face dock, the outer edge of the marina, so that they'll be out there for a few days and can watch the flotilla from their boat.
It
And
says up to 30 boats.
up to 30 boats. Cool.
Christine is on high, and Valerie says she accidentally took 3 or 4, and Dean had to carry me upstairs, and it was like carrying water. Well, that shit I'd pay to see.
Okay, that's awesome. I can picture that.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. That made my morning.
You can totally picture that.
Arms are going everywhere. Like this. Oh my gosh.
Christina, how's everything going up in Canada? Bet you it's cool up there right now.
I just always want to know what she's baking and making and wishing that I was
Always.
there.
It's never not entertaining and delightful whatever she's doing, especially on any given Sunday.
And we are going to our friend Melanie and Dev's in Raleigh for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She was messaging me this morning asking, Melanie, she's so funny. She's like, aside from shellfish, and then she named off 20 different, things, and was like, anything else you can't eat?
No Thanksgiving shrimp.
No Thanksgiving shrimp. And she's like, quail? Do you eat quail? I said, Galen will eat anything except carrots. And I, unfortunately, I'm high maintenance because I've got a shellfish allergy. I try to avoid dairy because it bothers my stomach. And and I'm a pescatarian, so I eat fish, but I don't eat any of the meat. But there's generally always something that I can have, so I never expect people to like change what they're doing for me. And I'll bring a couple things anyway, just in case. But she's like all into figuring it out, which I do appreciate. If she can use dairy alternatives in a couple of things instead of cream, then I can have it, and that's cool. It's always amusing to me, and it's old news to us, of course, but some people don't know. Galen hates carrots, but carrot cake is his favorite cake.
Yep.
I've never understood that. And oh yeah, it's Thanksgiving. What's everybody's favorite dessert for Thanksgiving? I think mine is pecan pie.
Christina. Shawarma meatballs today.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, me too. It's been hovering around 40 of your freedom units.
Not when I take a drink of coffee. Thank you.
And-
Freedom units. Okay.
And rainy, usually, except for today. Valerie says chocolate pie in response to you.
Chocolate pie. That was my father's. Well, my father's favorite. my father really had two favorites. One was chocolate cream, and the other one was lemon meringue. Loved lemon meringue.
I like pecan.
He likes pecan too. He liked pecan too.
I think he just liked pie.
He just liked
Yeah.
pie. But those were the three biggies though. He'd eat apple pie or blueberry pie or anything like that.
Oh, apple pie is my jam. Actually, like apple crumble or something with the top. You have the caramelized brown sugar,
Oh yeah.
but apple pie with hot with like ice cream. That is 100% my favorite.
Do you like? Sorry.
Followed closely by blueberry in the same conditions.
Do you like more of the? I should know this. I know you'll eat both, but do you prefer more of like the oatmeal and nuts kind of crumble topping, or like the old-fashioned like Bisquick, like it's almost like a biscuit on top?
No, the oatmeal.
Okay.
Yeah, the crumbly. Well, what's that called? There's a name for that.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just apple.
I'm sure Christina knows.
Apple
but it might
crisp.
have a freedom name down here.
Freedom name.
Yeah, I think they normally just say crisp.
She says pumpkin pie or butter tarts.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's crumble when it's what you're talking about, and it's when like blueberry buckle. They call it buckle. It's like the biscuity stuff on top. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And Dean
I've
says
done both, but I don't really know.
Dean says he's never made it to dessert.
When I was a kid, pumpkin was my favorite. I still like pumpkin. There's really just almost no pie.
Now I'm
that I
wondering
don't
why
like.
Dean never made it to dessert.
Maybe he was like water.
Maybe he
at that
like
point.
had too much food and then fell asleep is probably what he means.
This, yeah.
But I was thinking to see, like, you know, I could just picture some guy, you know, at the family Thanksgiving, having a little too much to drink and then tells everybody what he really thinks. Gets kicked out.
He didn't make it dessert.
Didn't make it a dessert. Pie is also good for breakfast.
Yes.
You are not wrong.
Especially the berry pies. That was always one of our favorite things. Was the day after Thanksgiving. So our family generally would have like 3 pies. We'd have like apple, some combination of apple, raspberry, blueberry, pumpkin, and pecan. Sometimes a chocolate cream and sometimes a lemon meringue in the mix. And we would, but generally only one of those cream-like pies, and the rest were more healthy. And the next morning after Christmas and Thanksgiving, big thing was take a little sliver of each little pie, and that was your breakfast. And that was extremely exciting to me as a kid. Pie for breakfast.
Oh, I should put on my glasses so I can actually see.
Oh, are you still wearing your distance glasses?
Yeah. I've never had. Christina's never had green bean casserole. How does that stop at the border?
That may in fact be a food other thing.
Because just over, like in the county, it's like
huge.
when you show up at Thanksgiving, you have at least 3 different types of green bean casserole. Right?
All right, so let's talk about that.
Any potluck dinner, any potluck where like people are bringing a bunch of things, you're gonna have 2 or 3 different versions of the green bean casserole, and people are gonna go off in the corner and gossip about whose green bean
She
casserole.
put almonds in her casserole.
Oh my
What
God.
was she thinking? Yes.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So the traditional is, in my opinion, the traditional is more. You've got green beans, like a can of cream of mushroom soup, or a cream of chicken, a cream of soup, and then on top you've got jerky onions, the little fried jerky onions, and then you bake it in the oven. But I've had it with onions and with these string beans. I've had it so that it's all breadcrumbs on top. I've had it so that it's like some combination of breadcrumbs and Parmesan baked on top. I've had it with cream of mushroom or cream of chicken. I've seen it with nuts, like little slivered almonds or something like that, in addition to some other topping on top.
Becky's on.
Which Becky?
My cousin.
Oh, cool.
Cousin
Hi,
Becky.
Becky.
Says 25, and we've had wet snow, changed over, got a coating, but it didn't stay.
Gotcha.
And Joe says pecan pie, and Martha says apple crisp is correct. And blueberry cheesecake with graham cracker strudel.
Ooh. Who said that?
Rebecca.
Ooh.
Rebecca. Oh, and Susie John Cornicelli. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
And good morning, Mom.
You've been the topic of conversation as we're making our plans to go south. Might impose upon you for a night or 2 stay at the villa.
Got an air mattress?
No, they got a futon.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They do have an air mattress, unless they sold it with a boat.
Of course, they also have an RV, but I don't think they keep that there.
No, they don't.
There's a chance that we are coming down to Florida by wheels in December instead of by boat. But our plans are completely contingent on some things going on in Maine right now that are out of our control. So we're very fluid right now in terms of what's going to happen in the next few weeks. It's sort of, we kind of know, like it's like there are like 4 plans. We could do this or this or this, but it all depends on the first thing that happens and then the domino effect.
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? You doing the going out with John, over to John's parents? Oh, let's see.
Oh, remind me to message Bonnie later.
My green bean casserole is in my Christmas poem. Valerie, we'll have to check
Ooh.
that out.
Yeah. So how did it? So how did you guys do green bean casserole growing up or now? Is it different than what I was talking about? How do you guys do it? Because there are a bunch of different variations. Oh, pearl onions. I've seen pearl onions in it before. Little pearl
Yeah.
onions.
But if you don't want to catch the ire of gossipy relatives, you keep it simple. You gotta have the durkey onions on top. Nice crisp, crisp that thing up.
Enough so you can barely see the green beans when you bring it out of the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically you're having fried onions with some green beans.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Maybe that's what you should make and take up to for Thanksgiving.
I could. Technically, I'd have to do a dairy-free version of it, but I'm sure I could.
Oh, I'm sure you can figure that out.
Yep.
Let's see. All right.
I'm pretty good at that stuff, doing alternatives that are dairy-free for us.
Bill says, make mine with green beans, cream soup, slivered almonds, cheese on top of the crushed onion, breadcrumbs, and Parmesan cheese.
We had this conversation with Bill earlier in the week. Now that I think about it, that's why it was in our heads. Because I remember that recipe. If you're joining us late, Galen and I are still kind of getting over the remnants of COVID, so sorry if we had a little coughing fit. We're feeling all right. We're just tired and can't get rid of the cough.
And Christina says, we're very anal retentive about stuffing here and the sage versus summer savory crowd.
That's very specific and exactly what I would expect you to know.
Delights me to no end. Sage versus summer.
My mother used to do two versions of stuffing. One that had, I think it was Polish sausage, if I remember correctly. I miss Polish sausage. As a vegetarian, that's one thing. It's really hard to find fake Polish sausage. There is one out there. The company that's called Gardein, that does a whole bunch of plant-based alternatives, makes one. I haven't seen it in like a year. I think they pulled it off the shelves. And I'm like,
It's hard
I miss that.
because that's kind of a subtle. Making the fake stuff is really, really like breakfast sausage and like just like like the Jimmy Dean type friggin' sausage. That stuff is really easy to do, like with seitan and stuff.
Yep.
But some of the other things, the chicken is getting.
Chicken is getting way better.
Chicken's getting way better.
Yeah.
Like really good. But some of the other stuff is kind of like, yeah. And I'm just, I get it if you're like you're probably like, well, geez, I want to feel like I'm having this stuff, but it's like, I just don't feel like every meal needs to be, well, what am I substituting for this? Well, that's not really being what a vegetarian is. A vegetarian is coming up with meals that are vegetable based, not coming up with meals that are meat based, but then you substitute the meat.
And I've backed way off that. There was a point where I was making sure that we had like a meat alternative every couple of days because I thought he would miss it. And then he expressed that to me, and that was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then I just won't bother because it's more expensive. So if I don't need it, so once in a while I'll get it and put it in like a quesadilla, or I'll do a stir fry and I'll buy some fake beef tip type stuff. But we don't have it at every meal anymore by any means.
No.
And I don't really miss it most of the time. Once in a while, like every once in a while, I miss having breakfast sandwiches with a piece of sausage in it. And the same company that does Impossible Burgers does an Impossible breakfast sandwich that is ridiculously good. I mean, you honestly cannot tell that you are eating plant-based anything.
I love dried cranberries. I could just craisins.
Yeah.
So
I should put those in
if you want,
salads
if you
more.
want, that's she was saying. If you want something chewing in your dressing, but dried cranberry. I could sit here and eat craisins all friggin' day.
This may surprise you, but if you're one of those people that uses some of those shaky salad toppers that have like bacon bits and seeds and a bunch of things like that in it, about half of those have no meat in them. So if you actually look at the label, like I use one that's it's like, I think it's bacon, it might be Bacon Bits Company, but it's like little seeds and pieces of Parmesan and what looks like bacon bits, but it's all plant-based. So I use that on salad all the time. It's really good with certain dressings. Like I make my own honey mustard dressing, and it's really great with that.
Myrna Clifford says, I eat pie for breakfast whenever I can.
Why not?
Awesome.
I mean, is it really any different than eating a donut and a piece of fruit? No.
No. I think next week let's have pie for cockpit coffee.
Oh, I love that
Have
idea.
pie. Yeah, everybody get your favorite pie. We'll have it for cockpit
Oh my
coffee.
god! And then, and then have everybody send us their pictures of their pie, and we'll post it on our page.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Pie.
this idea.
Yeah. Pie party.
Pie party. In fact, I'll even extend that and say, even if you don't have pie on Sunday morning, take a picture of your pie from Thanksgiving, and we will post everybody's pie pictures together on one big post or one big video. That sounds like fun. Do you want them hamburger or hot dog?
Oh, I don't think it matters.
If you're doing a reel, it does.
Well, if we're doing a reel, then it has to be. Hot dog. It's a reel.
So do it upright on your camera. So do your, instead of sideways, do it upright. Send us a picture of your favorite pie or a picture of all your pies or anything to do with pie.
Crispy onions here. It's considered a seasoning. I never bought it here, but we do have it in our stores.
Oh, is that Christine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's something that people use all the time. Although they do occasionally use it for like in a salad or something like that. But it's really associated with that green bean casserole big time. And I think it's a little bit more of a southern thing, but I could be wrong. My favorites for Thanksgiving were always squash. My mom makes the best squash. Oh my God. I still to this day endeavor to get my squash to taste as good as my mother's does. And stuffing, like just old fashioned, nothing fancy to it, stuffing. I like it just normal. My mother also used to do it so that you bake it in the oven so the top's kind of crispy, and so you're eating it like a square.
Yeah.
That was always yummy too. And you mentioned the other day, you're like, the turkey is just kind of like there. Like, I have a little turkey, but it's not about the turkey.
Oh, sometimes I'll go to Thanksgiving and I won't have any turkey. It's like, I don't give a crap about turkey.
It's like, I suppose I should take some turkey. If they're done really well, which my mom always did, some good mashed potatoes. Ooh, I'll bring some gravy over to Melanie's that I can have, because that's always a tricky thing. People that don't cook vegetarian stuff, gravy is very intimidating, but it's actually really easy.
Anybody actually go out and get their own, like, harvest their own turkey this year? Because, I mean,
That's a thing in Maine.
well, it's a thing anywhere. There's so many of them. You can just go out and just grab one.
Oh my God, this time of year.
It's not even like hard.
Oh no, like there are just flocks of them on the side of the road. Just like roll down your window.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you could like fill a food pantry in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like just by going down
Oh, these things are gigantic right now too. I mean, there's
with a samurai sword and just you could fill a freezer full of turkeys.
yeah. Yep. And sometimes they go out in the road, and you're just like, oh, geez, I gotta wait for this flock of turkeys to go by.
And they're huge this
They're
year.
gigantic. Oh my God.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yep. Free food. Our son's been out hunting behind your mom's house.
No,
No?
he's been up north.
Oh.
Santy's been up behind.
Oh,
behind
he
the
told me
house.
he told me he was going to go out.
Yeah, he went out.
Oh.
He went out north with different land. He went out.
Okay.
Yeah. So I asked him if he was going to be out there because I knew Santi was going to be out there. Like air traffic controller for hunters. Oh, something smells good. What the hell is that?
I was like, what? I was just looking over because there's some people in a boat a few down. And I'm like, are they cooking? Because something smells like
It doesn't smell like boat food.
smells like steak and onions. I think.
You know what that might be from Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, yep,
Yeah,
yep, probably.
Yeah,
Which
there's
was,
a-
yeah, that's the wind direction too.
there's an incredibly good pizza joint just up the road here
Oh, that's totally what it is.
called Mellow Mushroom. And right beside that is another really good restaurant called Pose, which is fantastic. It's all Edgar Allan Poe themed. And when you go in the bathroom, it's literally wallpapered with all the poetry.
It always makes
Um,
me think of you, Val.
And instead of music going over the speakers, it's audiobooks of Edgar Allan Poe. Friggin' awesome.
Yep. So it freaked me out the first time I went in the bathroom, and all of a sudden there's this male voice dramatically reading something, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. What time is it? Because I want to make sure we get over to help the Hambies.
11:45.
Cool.
They'll let us know. They're right here.
I know, but I don't want to hold them up.
Durkee onions. I'll eat them plain. Absolutely. I remember as a kid,
Oh yeah.
I'd get into the cupboard and I'd friggin' Mom would get so mad, I'd pop that Durkee onion. I'd just start, what do you do? You can't. I'm being self-sufficient.
I might make real cranberry sauce. I've never actually done that. I've intended to multiple times, and my mother used to make like the real for real cranberry sauce, not out of a can. And she'd have like this glass bowl full of it, and with the big, softened cranberries. And as a kid, I just loved that, and it was really good. Like a couple of days later, you'd have like a bagel with some cream cheese, and you put some of that cranberry stuff on top of it.
Valerie says, put some of the crunchy onions in the mashed potatoes with gravy. Oh, hell yeah. You see, that's what Thanksgiving is right there.
It's experimentation.
Well, not experimentation, but it's just like getting those sides and putting them together in a friggin' awesome combination, and just that right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like I remember, like your mashed potatoes and your squash always kind of get, mixed in together a little bit. And then I think about Parker, our son, his food couldn't touch as a kid. It's like, no.
So I'm bringing a can of Durkee up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
To put on whatever.
I'm just gonna set the can of Durkee right on the table.
Community jerky can.
Yeah. Bring the gravy. I'm sure they'll have mashed potatoes. That's all I'm eating. It's crunchy onions and mashed potato and gravy.
Yep. Yeah, maybe I'll make cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce is good. All right, here's the polarizing question right here. Cranberry sauce. Is it like the shape of a can and totally smooth, or cranberry sauce is like has cranberries in it and it's like crunchy when you eat it?
Yeah.
Which do you like?
I prefer the it's not really crunchy, but it's got texture to it. I prefer it that way just because that's how I grew up with it being homemade.
See, that's where you're wrong.
But I will eat the canned stuff and be like, this is great.
No, it needs to be it needs to be sitting on the table in the shape of a fucking can with the ridges and everything,
Yeah.
just sitting there, just kind of.
Oh, you don't even
vibrating.
slice it up?
Well, you slice it up, but it just should be
It
sitting
should
there just.
watch it, jiggle,
And then
see
yeah,
it
it should be like
wiggle.
friggin' yeah, it should be like Jello. and then you cut off the slices, and you got the round
Yeah, you
slices.
get the disc of
Yeah,
cranberry.
the disc of
sauce.
cranberry.
Yeah.
That's my jam right there.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll eat that.
Oh, dude, a bowl of popcorn chicken, gravy, mashed potatoes, jerkies, and corn.
Oh,
Oh.
did Joe suggest that?
No, it was Mike.
Oh, yep.
Cranberries, vanilla, and orange juice. Oh my god. That sounds awesome.
Who said that?
Christina.
No, okay. I think my mother put some orange in hers too. I'll have to get with her. She told me what she did at one point, but I can't remember. I was getting really ambitious one year and then apparently lost my ambition because I never wanted to make me.
Popcorn chicken with that whole mashed potatoes.
I can make that happen.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can make that happen.
Oh, immediately.
Yep, with real mashed potatoes, like with real potatoes. We are on shore power right now. And normally this time of year we need to be a little bit conservative with our power. I mean, I can still cook, but maybe only one meal a day. And
We don't rack up a big electric bill either.
well, that's true. That's true. But I can boil some potatoes.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, what did I say? Where was I a few days ago or last week? We were in. We're in that restaurant, and usually I'm very like polite and cordial with the servers, and I was going over and I was asking her a question. I was asking her a question about, hey, you know that sauce you have on the table? Can you buy that or where do you get that? And she goes, oh, no. We sell it. We sell it in half pint. We sell it. I can give you a whole pint of it. And I just looked at her and I said, immediately. Give it to me immediately.
Yeah, we need to get more of that. Do you know? So we use Instacart.
That was so good.
We use Instacart fairly often because we can have our groceries delivered right to us, and for the amount of money that we pay for it in a year, it's the equivalent of like 3 Uber trips if we don't have a grocery store nearby. So totally worth it. One of the things that I get from using Instacart so much is credit toward Uber Eats. So I've got like $40 worth of, I can order food from Uber Eats for free. We should do one from that place, the K38 Grill, and get more of that sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She came back with a whole friggin' pint of that sauce and gave me a whole bag of chips with it too. Friggin' love that restaurant. Delightful people that work there too.
I'll tell you, what was that, the third time that we've been there?
That was the second time we were there.
Okay.
And we went there with Bill and Val. Not Bill and Val. We went there with Sophie and Melanie. We went to a different location, but it was just as good.
But the third time going to one of their restaurants, the K38s, once with Bill and Val, once with Melanie, once on our own.
Yeah, technically, no, we didn't go on our own. The first time we went our own. Second time we went with Bill and Val. Third time we went with Melanie.
Uh-huh.
The very first time, though, technically, because they own Tower 7, was when we went and had lunch with a group in Tower 7.
So my point is, we've been to that particular chain, not including Tower 7, 3 times, and it's been just as good every time.
Yeah.
Like there's been they're really consistent like
I didn't notice you fire up your Jenny.
Oh, Mike?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't notice that.
Don't hear anything. Literally, I still can't hear anything.
I might be able to hear like a rumble.
It's no louder than hearing a boat go by way out. and how we would hear it here.
I mean, that bicycle is way louder than whatever you got going on.
Yeah, the bike that just went down the docks 3 times as loud. So that's nice. In contrast to when we're in anchorages and catamarans fire up their generators, and it's just like wee, like all night long.
Well, that's because they use everybody in the catamarans. They go out and buy fucking Harbor Freight generators, you know, for like $500, and they're, you know, air cooled. Sit around in your cockpit or your deck and wind it up. So you're basically listening to a lawnmower engine whine away for, you know, 3 or 4 hours at a time.
And it's going to be so exhausting. I mean, it's loud for us.
That's not what he's got going on over there. He has a marine cooled, you know, water cooled marine diesel, way quieter.
It's going to be so loud on the catamarans. It's like it's loud for us just being 150, 200 feet away at anchor. I can't imagine being on the boat where it's vibrating.
No, but what they do is they crank them up and they go in their cockpit and then their cabin, and
Close the doors.
they turn on the TV and blast whatever TV they're watching for 4 hours. And I mean, fine, you know, that's how you want to do it. That's your thing. But you know, you can upgrade your batteries and watch television without doing that. Whatever, man.
Yeah, I think we gotta go see a man about a boat move.
You'll let us know.
Oh, great.
He said he sleeps good with the gen on.
Oh, it probably makes like white noise.
Yeah.
And plus, a lot of people just run it so they have their air conditioning. Down in Florida, they run it so they have their air conditioning all night.
Oh yeah. Well, I think yeah. In our new rig, I think we might be utilizing a generator if we're down south. I don't know. We'll find out.
I like to try to set ourselves up like we do here, where most of the time we don't need it, but just once in a while. You know what I mean? So that
I think like if we go with the Mantas though, I don't think we're gonna be able to get a lot of airflow in the
true.
main cabin. That's the problem.
Yeah, it depends on which kind of boat. Like our boat has great airflow for a monohull. It's one of the reasons we got it.
Well, monohulls have good airflow in general. They have the top hatches, and you just funnel it down through. But catamarans can be tricky. But like the lagoons have really good airflow. They got the flat windowed fronts, and they have like hatches within the windows that they can open, and they've got the whole back end. A lot of them, the whole back. Like the back door slides open, and then they have another window that slides open next to the door, so that whole thing is wide open.
It's starting to warm up a little bit now. I still want a long sleeve shirt on, but it's nice. Sun's out.
Yeah.
I don't have to. My big thing is I really wanted to get the wood all cleaned yesterday when it was warmer, because it is no fun when it's cold and you're scrubbing things down and your feet are wet and your legs are wet and your hands are wet like for hours on end. It just gets like really cold and miserable. So I got that all done yesterday when it was warmer. So today it's like I just have to paint stuff on. It's not paint, but it's that sort of a thing. Just do a lot of painting motions. And I got the companionway hatchboard done. It looks really good too.
Yeah.
We don't have to show it, but
Well, it'd be nice if we could. Holy shit.
yeah,
I guess we're not going
I
to.
think that got jammed in there because this won't close either.
Well, I've got the cord.
Oh,
There.
oh, that's why. Yep.
Oh, it's really jammed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, maybe I can sneak it up here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, this was
Yeah.
all gray, and now it's this beautiful, nice wood tone.
Yeah.
I did that yesterday.
So the wood's looking really good.
Thank you.
We got that going for us.
I have been quite productive this week.
Yes.
Yep.
But oh yeah, the friggin' macerator pump went on our friggin' toilet.
Yep.
So now, luckily, we're on a dock. Bathroom's right there, but what a huge pain in the ass to have to get up in the middle of the night and go all the way up there.
Yeah. Oh, we got the part on the way. We'll get it fixed.
It's coming. It actually, there's something else that went wrong with it too. I had to, so got two parts on the way.
Oh, I didn't really. I don't think I realized that.
Yeah. Why'd you think the water was all over the floor in the bathroom?
I didn't know.
Yeah, there was like the air valve. There's a check valve up top that was going bad. I could take it off and clean it and probably be fine. Like replace a couple seals, but I'm like, for the price of the kit, it's like just the same price to just replace
Just
the damn
replace it, and then
thing.
you've got the extra parts too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you hear from other sailors that dealing with marine heads, marine toilets, it's on the upper end of like the things that you have to deal with on the boat on the regular. It's like a constant maintenance thing. Because they're just not designed like home toilets, and it's a whole thing.
This one should have lasted longer though.
This was not a cheap toilet. We went this way for a reason, so that we wouldn't have problems. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna write the company and be like, this pump should have lasted longer than 3 years,
Yeah,
however long it was.
yeah. Still happy to be able to push a button versus
Yeah, it's still worth it.
Cranking it.
But I think if we were going to continue long-term cruising on this boat, I would actually go buy another pump. That way, I would have one on hand and we'd be able to replace it immediately.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because
Without-
we don't want to. Yeah.
Because if we were out at anchor, we'd be screwed right now.
Yeah. If yeah. Right now, if what had happened here happened while we were at anchor, we'd be going in a bucket for a week.
Yeah, not good. But
And we've had points that's happened, but we've always been able to get a point. We've always been able to get parts for the other toilet within like a day.
I had
You know,
parts too.
or you had
yeah,
them, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we've ever gone more than 24 hours having to do something alternative.
The difference
Like that.
the difference is, it's a difference between like a kit that costs, like $70 or $80 that you have all the spare parts for, and a pump that costs $350.
Mhm.
So,
Because it's not a cheap toilet.
but the pump, once you replace, the pump is really the only thing. You just replace the pump, and there's a couple of valves and things, but I don't know. It's a trade-off, but the thing is with catamarans, they have two.
Yeah, most catamarans have two toilets, two heads. One that's used more heavily. It's like the owner's cabin with a bigger shower, and one that's more of a guest. And honestly, our extra one will probably wind up being where the cat box is.
The one, so one of them we're looking at has an electric head like we have, but also has a composting head in the other hull, which I
Which is-
really like the idea of that, because then if we're anchored like in a sensitive area, and we want to stay there, we don't have to leave and get pumped out. and we can just use the composting head. But if we get the one with the other one we're looking at has 2 electric heads, and I think what I will do is replace one of the holding tanks with the Electrosan system, like
That would be really awesome.
Susie and John had on their other boat, Maria. That thing is awesome, and what the it's brilliant. I mean, it's a brilliant. It uses electricity to generate bleach from salt water, and basically sanitizes everything. So by the time it leaves your boat, it's just, you know, it's drinking water.
Which is crazy.
It's
It literally takes your waste and turns it into not waste.
yeah,
And most areas of the U.S., there are a few exceptions, but most areas of the U.S. will let you use the Electrosan system and purge it from your boat, even in like a tight marina. I mean, even in a marina or a bay, because it's sanitized waste. It's not like
it's treated.
it's treated. Yeah,
There's no bacteria.
there's nothing harmful. In,
Yeah.
you know,
It's crazy. It's I don't understand why. Well, I think because people don't science very well. But if you know, I would think that would be like, if you're gonna get, you know, there's so many rules and regulations about pump outs and how you can have your holding tank sat and all that stuff, and you can't come into the U.S. and cruise without a holding tank, and you know, there's so many rules. It's like, why aren't you making this the standard
right.
for it? And I just think you have, you know, some people are like, well, you know, then you're putting, it's like we're relying on people and putting, you know, treating their own waste and putting it. It's like, well, I guess. I don't know. I think
It's such an amazing tool to have as a cruiser, so that when you're in different areas, and because pump outs are not always available, and you don't always have the option timing wise to go more than 3 miles off, and because you can go 3 miles off the coast and purge, and different things happen. You get sick, you know, whatever. So it's, to me, it's just such a great tool to have, and then you know you're not doing anything that's either frowned upon or illegal or harming the environment at all. I love it.
Well, there'll be people that
great.
frown upon it, and you can't use it in super sensitive areas. There's like national parks and stuff where you can't. You have to use your holding tank instead, and they make one with a holding tank. But
So you have the option.
But if we have 2 toilets, we don't need that. We'll have a traditional holding tank that we'll have.
Yeah, that to me, that's ideal. If we had, but I can also see having a composting one too, because then even if we're not using it, it just sits there, and it's there when we need it.
Yeah.
You know.
And composting heads are, I mean, it's basically a breeze system, the litter box for
Yeah.
humans. But
Yeah.
you know, it's you know, it's what was I gonna say? I mean, it works, and it's you're not relying on plumbing and things. I mean, there are things that can break, but it's manual. It's like very simple operation.
It's a little different, and there's some maintenance with the composting to avoid, because I've heard some horror stories of people having bug issues on their boats because of, but it's easy to avoid it. Like there's treating it with diatomaceous earth and stuff like that. Didn't I say it right that time?
Sure. The only thing you really have to worry about is the fan, because you got to constantly have that fan going.
Yeah, drying stuff out.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
we've met people that have like built their own composting toilets on their boat. That's always interesting to me too.
Yeah. Why does it keep going off our line? There we go.
The Mummeries did that, didn't they?
Oh, you had Susan. Yeah, the Mummeries did do that. Susan Chen had the Purisan. I didn't know.
Oh, Purisan, that's right.
I didn't know you
remember
had the
that now.
Purisan. So the Purisan is one, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So because it sanitizes through basically turning the salt water into bleach through electrolysis. The Purisan, I believe, is for if you're in brackish or fresh water and you have to add salt or a salt mixture. Am I right about that? To the Purisan to make that work. Either way, none of them use chemicals. You don't like.
Yeah, it's all very natural, very
And
good
if
for the
and
environment.
if you don't know, bleach is not a toxic thing in salt water. Bleach, when you pour bleach in salt water, it basically just dissolves into salt water. It's I know bleach is like, you think bleach is being a harmful chemical, and it is, like, but bleach in salt water
It's safe.
it's where it belongs. He said yes. It has the salt tablets for use in fresh
I
and
remember
brackish
him
water.
talking about that.
Okay.
now. Yep.
So I didn't realize you had that, but that makes sense because where you were up in the St. Lucie River can be brackish,
Brackish,
um,
brown icky water.
yeah. Not like you couldn't just jump there. Nope. That actually, that water had a very high level of bacteria in it
Yeah.
to begin with.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of it came from the farmland. They would open there was some dam or something that they would
Do a release.
had a controlled opening, controlled release, and that the runoff from the farm